Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. For those who have brains and they use it and it's functional, have a memory, and don't forget stuff and pay attention, we understand why this article that I'm going to use here, and I'm going to start with the headline, is ridiculous. Not only ridiculous, it's intellectually insulting for some of us. Here is the title of the article coming from Ukrainska Pravda. Zelensky meets Kosovo president at summit in Chisinau, Moldova. Okay, so Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, meets the president of Kosovo. And I'm guessing they have a good life together and a good time. So why do I think is ridiculous? And you know exactly what I mean. You have Ukraine, you have Serbia or Yugoslavia, you have Zelensky, and you have Milosevic, the presidents. In 1999, Milosevic was the president of Yugoslavia. You have eastern part of Ukraine, Donbass, Donetsk and all that, and Crimea, and you have Kosovo. NATO bombarded Yugoslavia, and these guys gained independence because the Serbs were killing the Albanians. Okay, so NATO intervened, someone from outside intervened, NATO here, Russia here. NATO intervened, bombarded Yugoslavia. These guys were helped because they were killed by the Serbs. You understand what I'm talking about? And they became independent. They say, we're going to vote to be independent. And they were recognized by the guys who bombed Yugoslavia. Were recognized. Now here you have Ukraine, you have Donbass, all those breakaway regions, however you want to call it, Donbass, Donetsk, Luhansk, Crimea, blah, blah, blah. This did not recognize these guys here because of the coup that occurred here, which was organized by outside agencies with the help of traitors. You're a traitor if you work for or at least you get help from outside to overthrow a legitimate, democratically elected government. By definition, you're a traitor. So these guys said, no, we don't recognize you. These guys started killing these guys. They sent tanks, army over there. Like these guys, These guys were helped by Russia, intervened, right? They declared independence and recognized by Russia, but not by others. And these guys, they meet, not Milosevic, because Milosevic is dead. But this guy right here, that is the counterpart, which is the president of Kosovo, the counterpart of the breakaway regions, Luhansk, Donetsk, Crimea, blah, 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 meets the guy who is against that. So if you take Zelensky and Putin instead of Milosevic, he should not meet these guys. He is against Kosovo. Why? Because Kosovo was taken out of Yugoslavia, Serbia, which this part was taken out of Ukraine. So how in the hell these guys meet and have a good time? You're gonna tell me that, hey, that's not the same thing, blah, 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 blah. Well, however you want to take it, this region declared independence from this country. This ones declared independence of this country. He doesn't like that, but meets someone who did the exact thing that he doesn't like. How is that possible? Is it because he's on the payroll of America and others? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. So let's see what else these guys say here. On Thursday, President Volodymyr Zelensky held a meeting with Vjosa Osmani, the president of the partially recognized Kosovo, on the sidelines of the summit of the European political community in Chisinau. Zelensky shows up nowadays only surrounded by other foreign officials, presidents and so on, so he cannot be bombarded by the Russians. Pay attention to that one. He's gone. He leaves the country. Since that attack on, they say on Putin, tried to assassinate Putin, the 2 drones over the Kremlin. He left to Finland, then he went to Germany, then he went to London, Great Britain, then he went to Saudi Arabia, then he went to Japan, then he came for 2 days and a half in somewhere in the Kiev. He had a little meeting with supposedly the staff over there, the military and all that. Now he's in Chisinau, another country, with foreign leaders. So he's always surrounded by these guys, and when he shows up, he's always underground or in the inside lights, not outside. He's not receiving. That's the way he is. I don't want him to prove me wrong. Like, hey, Emil, for you, I'm just gonna walk in Kiev by myself. I'm gonna be like jogging a little bit. No, but pay attention. You're gonna see he's always surrounded by these guys. And I think that's just occurred with that surprise visit to Finland after Ukraine. Ukraine drones. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Let's see, I'm back. Let's see if that works. Ukraine drones attacked the Kremlin. Maybe it's just my paranoia, but hey, let's see what else these guys talked about since they met. Quote, at times when it matters where you stand, I expressed our full solidarity to President Zelensky. No one understands Ukraine's pain, struggle and resilience better than the people of Kosovo. What are you talking about? It's like you tell the Serbs this. You tell this like the Serbs. And no one like the Serbs understand our full solidarity for, Vucic nowadays. Pain and struggle and resilience better than the people of Kosovo. And I'm quoting, nothing can stand in the way of a people's will to be free. Glory to Ukraine. Kosovo president added. What are you talking about? This is exactly what, a guy from, how do you call those, from Crimea or from Luhansk, Donetsk would say. Nothing can stand in the way of people's will to be free. That's why we have referenda. And the Russians helped us to be free. Glory to blah, blah, blah. Switch this to someone else. You know what, right? Are you crazy? This is, I don't know, my friends. The governor of Crimea would say, nothing can stand in the way of people to be free from whatever. And these are the guys. Look at them. This is, look, first, I would not accept this guy to come dressed like this. It's an insult for everybody else. But hey, what do you want? He's supposedly, this and that. Whatever. The president of Kosovo did not comment on the content of the conversation with Zelensky. The Ukrainian side did not report on the meeting between the 2 leaders. Background: Ukraine does not officially recognize Kosovo, a country that declared independence in 2008 and whose right to take this step was confirmed by the United Nations International Court of Justice. Since then, about 100 countries in the world out of 193 have recognized Kosovo, so half, a little bit more than half, while the rest consider it part of Serbia, where the country is officially considered part of the region of Kosovo and Metohija. All right, so here are the buddies right here. But he is like he's shaking hands right now with, as I said, governor of Crimea or Luhansk, Donetsk, right here. Now you tell me if that's not... The Ukrainian media did not report it. I wonder why. Because they're not idiots. And I think the Ukrainians are not idiots. Unfortunately, they are impotent in front of the resources that are poured in by outside interests. And what they can do. What can they do? Unfortunately. So, you have them meeting. Good job. What can I say? That's irrational. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.